The FaZe1 recruitment challenge was a journey, so let's take it back to where it all began. January 20th, FaZe Clan announced they were hosting the FaZe1 recruitment challenge, with the winner getting signed by FaZe, $1 million in crypto, a $250,000 G Fuel sponsorship, which then changed to Ghost Energy, and a Nissan GTR. And when I saw this, I knew it was my opportunity to show everyone who I am and what I could do. These type of things don't come around too often and could change my life, so I had to go for it. On January 22nd, I announced I was going for this FaZe1 recruitment challenge, and the hype already started fast. Hundreds of hashtag FaZe1 were in the comments on my TikTok, as well as other social medias, and everyone was already by my side just at the beginning of this journey. 1 week after FaZe Clan announced this recruitment challenge, they told us all about it on stream and in this short video. And this is where the fun really began. As you may have saw or may have already known, for our first submission, we had to make a 3-minute or less video showing who we are, as well as answer these 2 questions. For this submission, we had till February 14th to make it, so it was plenty of time. I took about a week to write the script because I had so much time, and I believe this is actually the final script. Also, I had so many people look over it, including my brother, my dad, some friends, and even my teacher. And I probably read it at least 1,000 times. The goal of the script was to grab the viewer's attention right away and share a tiny bit about myself with those pictures and clips, then introduce myself and go into more detail, as well as get to the boring stuff like the questions. After the script was all set, I filmed it all in one night because it really wasn't much. I did take some time to get the lighting perfect and move the camera around to get cool shots of the streaming room. Obviously, then I started editing. This video probably took a little over 10 hours to edit over the course of a couple nights. And just so you know, with the editing, that includes like finding the clips, making the pictures look good, and finding the music. It's not just all cutting and transitioning. Just like the script, after the first draft of the video was done, I got a ton of people close to me to review it, and then kept making changes until it was perfect and time to post. February 12th at noon, I then premiered my FaZe1 submission. We had about 50 people there live, which for YouTube premieres, that's pretty good for me. And while watching this, I was just so proud of what I was able to create. We hit 1K views within 12 hours, which was my goal, and I was super hyped to this amazing start to my FaZe1 journey, but this was just the beginning. The next day, FaZe Mew reacts to my submission. FaZe1, let's go.
That wasn't good. This one was good. I honestly couldn't tell you how to like make this video better. Like you pretty much nailed everything you could have possibly done for the video, so good shit on that.
And as you just saw, it seemed like he really enjoyed it, which already gave me a great feeling, but he enjoyed a lot of people's, so nothing was ever guaranteed. Then February 17th, FaZe released the first 10, and I didn't stream this time because it was earlier in the day, but you guys know I didn't make it anyways, and the waiting game just continued. This is where vouching began though, and I was pushing it everywhere, from on my Twitch streams, TikToks, Insta post, tweets, and even my Snapchat, bugging everyone at my school to vouch. We'll revisit that later though. After a week, on February 24th, FaZe decided they were gonna release 20 more. This time I did stream, and as you know, or maybe you could see here, I didn't make it. There was 70 more spots though, so I wasn't too worried, but next week was my last chance. That week was slow, but the day finally came, March 3rd. I was so nervous at school that day and didn't want to do anything. I just kept running scenarios through my head over and over and over again on what could happen. We made it through school though, and finally got to the time for them to announce them, and I was even more nervous. They released 10 at a time, and we weren't in the first 40 that day, or 70 total. But then you know what happened. They decided to release 10 more. I got my friend Chad on stream, and this was the moment. I'm not even gonna talk over this part. I'm just gonna let it play because it was so special. It was just unreal when I made it, and when I say it felt like a dream, it legit did. I was standing up with Chad, and I looked at him and said, is this real? And obviously it was. We freaking did it. Here were just some of my favorite clips as well after we made it. Let's go!
I couldn't even believe
I could not believe it was real.
I'm so proud of you!
Thanks, Carson.
Really
Ethan, told you. Dude, I was rooting for you so hard, bro.
Rooting for me.
Congrats on that, seriously.
I feel love you all so much. Like, you guys are insane. Like, I know you guys so much. I feel like when I tell you to vouch every single freaking minute of the stream, because I want to have like the best chance, but you guys just still do it. And you guys stick around the streams. We've been averaging like the most viewers for a while now. Even like, I don't play viewer games every day because that's not what I want to do. Like, I'm playing solos and we're averaging like 40 or 50. You guys are insane. You guys are vouching every hour. I got my friends also. If there's any of my like IRL friends, everyone's my friend, but friends I know from school in the chat, you guys are also nuts. Like, I post that crap in my story every day, annoying you guys, and you still do it.
You go crazy on stream?
Yeah, I didn't think it was real.
Dude, I gotta see that clip.
You'll see it. I'm gonna edit a ton of stuff tonight now.
I told all my friends. FaZe1 and FaZe up, baby.
That was a joke. I was kidding.
John!
You're the top 10. But if you would like to ask someone who was above me,
Did you make it?
Yes, sir!
This year, but have something to foster and grow.
Oh my god, top 100 FaZe1, everybody's standing right now.
What would you like to say at chat, Mikey? After that, I settled down a bit. They released the rest and then instantly gave us our first challenge for the top 100. Here I had to make an audition for the warehouse stream that was 5 minutes or under, just showing off more of my personality as well as what I do on and off the camera. And for the first submission, we had a ton of time to do it, but this one we only had a week. That night though, after making it, I spent a bit of time with friends, sort of celebrating. We got ice cream and then just hung out a bit. Right after they left though, I started coming up with my plan of how the video should be laid out. I worked on the script from Thursday, March 3rd to March 5th. I sadly can't show you guys though because it was on my phone and I ended up deleting it. The breakdown of the script though was to recap everything I could do, then go a little more personal, showing some things that people might not know about me, and then lastly getting the FaZe logo in the back of my head. After March 5th, March 6th was a full filming day. In the morning, we did the trick shot, the layout, and the football catch, which took a ton of attempts, especially the trick shot. After that, we went to the city of Chicago and stopped at all those different places, which took a good bit because the city's always busy, but I loved filming there, and my favorite shot was for sure the one in the street here. We then went home and probably got home at like 7, and that night, I believe I interviewed some people for the video and then started piecing it together. The next day, I then had school, and I would have taken off to get more done, but I had to show up and interview some people there as well to make the video perfect. Getting home from school, I did my usual things that day, but that night, the editing grind really began. I took off Tuesday and Wednesday of school just to make sure I get the video done. It probably took me 15 or more hours to edit. I then had people look at it to make sure it was all good, and it was officially done the day it was due. March 9th was the day we premiered it because it was the last day to get in, and for this video, we reached 1K views in only 8 hours, topping my first submission. There wasn't much time to relax though because the next day, FaZe streamed and gave us our second challenge for the top 100. For this one, we had 3 options as you can see here. I decided to choose number 2, which was the piece of branded content, and the same as the last one, we only had 1 week to make this. The next couple of days, I started writing my script, doing the same things I did last time, and after Friday night, I was ready to film, and I did on Saturday, March 12th. But after spending hours shooting, I just hated how it turned out and wanted to switch up everything. So that night and the next morning, my dad and I actually came up with a new idea, which was going to Starve Rock and shooting there in the FaZe shirt. We ended up sticking with that plan and shot there for most of the day. Getting home, I then started editing a little bit and the footage looked great. And to be honest, I could be a model after doing that. This video took a little more than 10 hours to edit. I edited Sunday and Monday night, as well as Tuesday day and night because I took off school. March 16th, I uploaded the video to YouTube and something really annoying happened, which was the video got copyright claimed. But luckily I was able to figure it all out and I premiered it that day. This was it then for my official submissions, and the waiting game now began again. There was still a good bit going on though, but I'm gonna start jumping a little over the place because from March 16th, it was about a month and a half until the top 20 would be released. The next thing after finishing my submissions was on March 24th, where I went on the FaZe stream and introduced myself. I was very nervous about this to be honest, but I thought I did fine and said what I needed to say. Everyone said I should have talked more, but after it was my turn, I had to let everyone else go and I wasn't gonna cut them off. Now let's revisit the vouching like I said I would do earlier in the video. The vouching was still going on the whole time, but here me and a friend decided to make a video of getting everyone to vouch in our school, which was posted on March 30th. And this was just so much fun to make walking up to people and getting them to vouch, from some teachers to friends to some random students. We just got everyone. Also, there were so many people that were just hyped about this whole thing for me, and it seriously felt like the whole school knew, which was sick. I was just able to introduce my craft to so many, and everyone respected it and respected the grind. After that, though, the month of April, there was not much, and they weren't releasing the top 20 until the 28th. So here I just continued the grind and just doing my thing, as well as made a couple posts talking about the FaZe stuff and promoting the vouch. One little thing I did 2 weeks before the top 20 was released, though, was make my entire setup red for FaZe, and this actually looked sick, and a lot of you guys thought it looked sick as well. I've never changed up the color scheme, but it was a cool change for a little bit. Now we finally reached April 28th, and just like the top 100, it's all I could think about, but on an even higher scale because this is for a top 20 spot. That day I was so nervous and could not learn anything. Like legit, I could not name you one thing that someone talked to me about besides maybe a couple people saying good luck. After making it through school, I did my usual things, started stream at 3 p.m. Central Time, and not even exaggerating, that time from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m., which is when the FaZe stream started, felt so long. But we finally got there, and I had my brother and some friends watching with me, and honestly, this is where it sucked. They did 5 at a time, and we got to the final 5, and I realized there was no more virtual character things with glasses, and right as I noticed that, I knew I didn't make it. This was very rough, and I'll be straight up, I cried a little bit. I don't know if you could tell on stream, but I did. I put so many hours and dedicated so much time into this, and it just ended. I had some of the best people in the world around me, though. All the love in the chat was crazy. Told you guys every day to vouch. You guys all did it.
I love you.
And we tried, man.
My brother hyping me up even after the L.
You didn't do anything wrong. You put those fire videos out, and these guys just didn't choose you.
My parents came down to make sure I was okay.
Wow, it's here. 20. We're down to 20, bro. I feel discouraged, but we gotta show them.
And after stream, I got a ton of messages. So many people just reached out telling me how proud they are of me and how far I made it, as well as how I shouldn't stop the grind because I have something special. And you really don't know how much that helped me and how much it meant to me. Even though this may have ended in a way I didn't want it to end, this FaZe1 recruitment challenge was so much fun and something I grew so much from. So thank you so much, FaZe, for the opportunity. It's all love at the end of the day. And thank you to all the people who supported me, including my community, family, and friends, and to anyone else, just much love. I promise you all I'm gonna work even harder. I'm gonna continue to grow as a content creator and as an individual. And let's end this where it all began in the first submission. I'm always gonna go all in.